Welcome back, everyone. Today's episode, we're going to move it to a kind of a different topic, something that's happening right now in the news. Mr. Andrew Tate. Who is this guy? What did he do? More importantly, the country he's in, Romania, that's making all these accusations. We're going to dive into all this stuff. Stick around. It's going to be good. All right, so I didn't know much about this guy. Nothing really at all. And then probably about 2 months ago, this guy just got on the internet or took over the internet. I mean, TikTok, you name it. Like, this guy showed up everywhere he possibly could. And he is, and this is going right by Wikipedia, he was born December 1st, 1986. He's an American and British social media personality, businessman, and former professional kickboxer. Following his kickboxing career, he began offering paid courses and memberships through his website and later rose to fame as an internet celebrity. His misogynistic commentary has resulted in his suspension from several social media platforms. On December 29th, 2022, Tate and his brother, I think he has a twin brother, Tristan, were arrested in Romania, where they live, along with two other suspects, and charged with human trafficking and forming an organized crime group. Romanian police alleged that victims were convinced, into creating paid pornography for social media through false displays of affection, called the Loverboy method. On December 30th, it's yesterday, 2022, a judge ordered him remanded in custody for 30 days. Okay, so first and foremost, all these allegations are terrible. Human trafficking, any of this stuff, organized crime, it's all bad stuff. All bad stuff. It's bad in America. It's bad anywhere in the world. We're going to kind of go into that a little bit right now. I want to state some of the obvious things. If you Google this guy's net worth, he's at $355 million. That's a lot of money. Almost as much as me. Almost. It's okay. It's cool. I mean, if you can't see, I'm living like that. Anyways. So, this guy's worth a ton of money. All right? He is living in Romania. All right? So, maybe he has dual citizenship, where apparently he was born in England or born in America, but raised in England, does whatever. Maybe he has dual citizenship. I don't know. The guy does not really think too highly from America, from what I've gained from watching some of his videos. Just rules, policies, the way America operates. I guess he made a ton of money in crypto. He was on the show Big Brother. Anyways, the guy's worth a lot of money. Doesn't matter. So, if we have seen anything repeat itself, people with a lot of money tend to get off or take lesser charges. The system really does benefit, at least in America, what I can speak of, people that are very financially successful. All right? So we're going to dive in now to Romania and what they kind of have going on in their situation. All right, so real quick, I want to dive into some things about Romania people probably didn't know. Number one, Romania sits right next to Ukraine. If you're not really sure, if you haven't watched the news recently, Ukraine's really not in a good spot right now. It's also next to Bulgaria. It is the second poorest country in the EU. Just going by what Google says here, second poorest country. So maybe a guy that's worth $355 million might want to live there. He might do okay there. As of right now, homosexuality has been legal since 2001. However, same-sex marriage in Romania is unrecognized. The civil code defines marriage as being between a man and a woman. There is no recognition of same-sex couples. However, there is no constitutional ban of same-sex marriage. So that's a thing right there. There's no censorship of LGBT issues in Romania as of 2001. The right to change legal gender in Romania, current status, it is legal to do that since 1996. There is a lot going on in Romania. It seems to me that there is a ton of corruption in this country. From what I'm gathering, from what I'm reading, now I've not visited Romania. Like I say, I can't speak on my personal experience being there. I'm just going by what the interweb tells me. It says surprisingly it's a very clean country. Okay, but yeah, there seems to be a lot of organized corruption there, and in a lot of countries, and in Europe, you're probably gonna find stuff like that. So let's move to the next one here. Okay, so this one is hilarious right here. Is bribery legal in Romania? Active bribery, or giving a bribe, is defined in 290 RCC as the promise, the giving or the offering of money or other benefits under the conditions provided in Article 289, and is punishable by minimum imprisonment sentence of 2 years up to the maximum of 7 years of imprisonment. So, a guy that is Andrew Tate, who is very wealthy, not saying he bribed anybody, is there a huge possibility with the amount of money this guy has and this country's kind of very minimal punishment on bribery standards, that this is something that would go in this guy's favor? Absolutely. Okay? Absolutely. That is 100% a thing. With the corruption that I'm seeing just on your basic Google searches and stuff, this guy is no doubt probably, because of his celebrity status, he'll probably be detained for a little bit. Unless they have a ridiculous amount of proof on this guy, I could see this guy walking because of this. I could. Definitely could. Just with what this country is offering for their crimes, for their laws, I could see this happening. So this is why I see that Andrew Tate could probably get out of this one. And it's just like so many people that are extremely wealthy, that does not allow them to do these things just because you have a bunch of money. And I'm not saying this guy did these things, because I am not personally a big fan of this guy, but the laws of the world work in crazy ways. With the sex trafficking thing or the pornography thing, he could say, these girls were 18 years old. They told me they were 18 years old. He could say anything. He could say this was done for a beneficial charity for... He could say anything. He could flip it any way he wants to. Or ultimately what I believe what would happen is he would pay these girls off. If these girls are from Romania, from the second poorest country in the world, or in the EU, he could say, well, look, you can either, you could send me to jail, you could do whatever you want, or I could just give you $10 million. They're going to take that money. They're going to take that money. Now, that happens in America, too. I'm just saying, does that make it right? No. Are people going to get paid off in this? Probably. I mean, probably. The organized crime thing, you're never going to stop that anywhere. It is going to happen. I mean, it's going to happen. And especially with corrupt countries, especially it's going to happen. All right? End of the day, innocent people don't run. This guy was doing something he shouldn't have been doing. He didn't need to do this stuff, only for his sick enjoyment, allegedly, if he did this stuff. All right? Maybe he's been doing this stuff, if he was, for a lot longer than people knew about. Maybe that's how he became very wealthy. Who knows? However, the guy has the money. Let's just state what we know right now. The guy has the money to get top tier lawyers. Unless they have ridiculous amounts of evidence that go against him that he was doing these things, and they can get him on multiple counts of things, and he cannot pay people off, this guy will go down. But there is a really, really good chance, with what I'm gathering from what I'm reading, which I get it, the internet is not the best source of to find out about Romania's laws and things. I'm just going by. I try to dive deep into as many like non-Wikipedia like
like actual government like laws, it says in Romania's guidelines, there's a really good chance that this guy will probably get off on this, and then everyone will forget about it. Maybe he'll disappear off social media for a while, but that's how this guy's making a lot of revenue. There's a lot more things I think they're going to dive in, and I think that's why they're now detaining this guy for 30 days. They're going to dive into every asset he has. They're going to get help from other countries about this guy. Like, if they want to wax this guy, they'll wax him. He's made a lot of enemies. I could see a lot of people going after him for this. But there's a lot of money to be paid to people too. Not saying that's going to happen, all right? But this guy is not a favorite of many, many people. So I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on this. What do you think would happen to this guy? Judging by, you can literally just open up the internet and you're going to see something about Andrew Tate. Just like to hear some of your opinions. If anything you think I said was maybe valid with just the way that society is nowadays, please like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys all. You guys take care.